Hello, everybody. It's me, Sugar Song, as always, and welcome to the first Minecraft Monday. Let's get right into it. As you can see, I have a few different kinds of houses here, and I'm going to show you how to make a tutorial your own. Now, these houses are actually from a tutorial that I followed, and this was the original house, but with a little bit of tweaks. Now, the original house had strip wood, and it had bone like blocks here, but I wanted to make it more vanilla type looking thing with regular uh like spruce wood and wool. Now, it's very easy to, as you can probably see, to make basically any build that you see from the tutorial to make it your own. Now, how I usually do it is if it has the blocks that you want to use, like for example, the purple ones, which are really hard to kind of actually do, to make sure that you have pretty much like kind of the same kind of structure. So what I mean by that is, as you can see, the logs always have like one side pointing up and one side always going this way. With the hold on. With the purple ones, you can kind of do that too. With that and that. Now, when we get down to the green one, which is the undersea one, you kind of can't do that, but you want to make it to look like it does do that. So what I did is I made sure that the block that was going to be where the wood would go is the only time I'm using that block. So I decided to go with the regular primrosine. I can't talk. The regular blocks of the Prisma blocks. There we go. So these are the turquoise ones. So like with that, where are they? As you can see, there's the Prisma, and the dark Prisma, and then the block ones. um, so with this particular one, I did the bottom half as that, and then I just did that also on the top, so that way it would look a little bit less. So that way it would look like it still did for the main build. Same with the white ones here. With the white ones, I did use a couple of extra blocks that weren't part of the um like the quartz. These ones down here are the Dolomite blocks, and they do have that as like one of the fencing as well. And I just used the iron type look so that way everything would be white. And then the iron bars. I did put the iron bars over here too because that's what you would probably see down in the underwater stuff too. Um, the only difference over here is I use half slabs for each individual ones, where this one I just put the trapdoors. And I used, I forget what this one is called, polished dolomite for the top portion, and then just the regular smooth quartz for everything else. And then obviously the pillar quartz for the sides, like how the blocks would look there. For the middle here, I just use iron blocks, but you can easily use white wool. I just wanted to use something a little different so that way you can kind of see what you can do. With the next one is uh, the nether brick stuff. I did two different ones. Obviously, if you wanted to, you can make this completely black, which I'll show you here in a second. But with this one, I wanted to make it more red and menacing, but also have the blue be the accent, which I think it looks interesting to say the least. Um, so with this one, I just used the stripped Charisma or Chris. I can't talk today. Uh, one's the red version of the new blocks that we have, and then red wool for the inner stuff, and then the blue for the main part of the house. With this one, I wanted to do more black, um, and I used uh, the black stone. You could easily make this all black if you wanted to, and make it look red and cool. So I'm going to show you one other thing before I show you what I mean by that to make it look dark and cool. So like you can basically switch out any of like the blocks when you're doing a tutorial. Like wood, any of the woods can be switched out for any of the woods most of the time, as long as you match it up with a better with this kind of similar color. Let me see if I can get on our server. Yay, okay. I've been working on something. I'm working on a ship here, so give me a second. Um, so as you can see, I did build this really big castle that was a tutorial by somebody, and I do a lot of tutorials myself. Um, I don't really build a lot of stuff myself. Hold on, am I in the right texture pack? Yeah, I'm in the right texture pack. Okay, I do have a couple of texture packs that I have. As you can see, I even have a lighthouse that I followed the tutorial on over here, and I made it look like this castle, so then that way it would match the area that we're kind of in, um, and stuff like that. I even did this bridge that was also a tutorial that I followed along with the Prisma blocks because my friend, who's also on the server, wanted that to match up with the path that he already had going on. And with our new blocks here, we can make the wooden part of the bridge actually match this Prisma colors, which is really nice because we wouldn't been able to do that before without a texture pack, but now we can do it. With this particular castle, as you can probably see, I actually followed the tutorial to do this. It was like a 5-hour tutorial. I'll send links for all the tutorials that I'm mentioning in the description. I only changed this bit right here in the middle. Um, but you can kind of see what I did different. Obviously, a lot of the black stones, and then I wanted the top to be the red. And the reason why I did that is because if I come over here, we did a couple other tutorials like that too. That was a tutorial. My friend followed that tutorial, so I had no control, but I did this one. But this one right here is a big tutorial that somebody did a long time ago. I don't think they're doing many tutorials anymore, but this one is like for a spawn point, and this is our spawn point, which you probably saw in the messing around video with me and Leon. Yeah, that's what it looks like with all the colors and stuff. And like obviously with certain things I had to figure out, like this right here would have been like, I forget what it was originally. I think it was like just stone was like supposed to be right here. The reason why we went with red is because it matched what I already did up here with the red slabs and stuff. So then that way it flew into the. We have birds just random flying around. Oh yeah, because Leon. That's why. Get out of here. I'm sorry, but you're annoying. There we go. But uh, we wanted it to like kind of flow into the rest of the castle, and that's why we did that. There's another one. Oh dang it, Leon! How many did you spawn that one day? You spawned so many that one day and just put it all over the castle, and it was really annoying because Leon being annoying as usual. He also I have done some other things too, where I just changed one thing in the tutorial. Is this one? This one right here is by or it's the same person that did the first one, which the tutorials be set up how I'm showing them. This one was basically the very first one that I did in this world, I believe. I don't remember exactly, but um, this one's supposed to be kind of like a temple where it has Buddha in it and stuff. and I just kind of put my own like banners up in here. Um, but I wanted this top portion to match that, and that is why it looks like that, basically. Excuse me. Um, and then like I also have this stuff back here, which is by the same guy. All these, but I didn't change anything really in the tutorials for this part of it. I just followed along, but I did build an interior, which he did not. Um, Kitchen, a way to go upstairs because it was a taller building, so you can like do stuff up here, and then kids room, and then there's a bathroom up here. So you can do a lot of stuff with tutorials that they don't really show, and then do your own little thing, especially the interiors. If you want me to show you that interior someday, let me know in the comments below. And then the piece for resistance, which is also another thing that he just got done building, which is this big building, Otaku Castle or whatever it's called. I decided to go with a Studio Ghibli type feel, as you probably can kind of see. His was completely white, which is probably like how the actual place looks like. But I wanted to jazz it up a little bit and make it look like it belonged in like a Studio Ghibli type area. So that's why it looks like that. But yeah, you can change tutorials any way you want. Like you just do different blocks basically that would be similar to the other blocks. So basically, a lot of times, what is the best way to do it is if something is a stone block, you can switch it to being a polished black stone block. You see what I'm saying? Anything that can be considered a block can be switched out to anything that you want it to be. So really quick, like I'm gonna go back into here. I'm not gonna really tell you how to do this because I want you guys to go and like watch his tutorial if you want to learn how to make it. But I'm just gonna show you really quick on how I would make something if I wanted to make it all in this new block that we have here. Um, Let me get all my blocks ready real quick. Like, okay. So the best way I probably would do this, let me make sure I'm far enough away to 5. I've done this particular build so many times that I know how many blocks it needs to be away for it to work. um, but I'm just going to show you really quick how good this actually looks with just doing just the black blocks. So like I would have followed if I needed to follow the tutorial. I've built this so many times I don't need to follow the tutorial anymore. But um this is just a placeholder if you're wondering. But I can basically on the ends here I'm just going to do this action because it's supposed to be like, the ends of the area. So you can do something like this too if you wanted to for your own place. We also have this other block. Where's that? Oh wait, we could have used that block. Duh. Hold on, let me find that block. Somewhere in here. Aha, there it is. Now I don't know. I haven't like looked into if you can get these blocks without using cheats, but these blocks are like the wood blocks basically, but it's just the I don't know if it's the dead ones or what they are. I saw them. I went into the nether zone and I saw them and I was like, huh, that's what they are. And they looked really cool in there where they're at. But I haven't really played the nether zone without being on cheats. So I don't know if you can get these or not. But you can get them through, doing stuff like this. So this will actually look way nicer than what I thought it was going to look like. All right. Let's do the polished ones. Oh my gosh. Get in there. Actually, the polished one should have been up there, but I want to use. Shoot. I might need to change that. I'm going to change it that one. See, you can like easily make it to like any way you want. I just want to make sure that it doesn't look bad, you know. Just like you kind of have to play around with tutorials too, like especially with easy tutorials, you can kind of play around with the blocks and like hope that it looks nice. And a lot of times when I'm watching tutorials and I want to do it in the blocks that I think look nice, and then if they don't look nice, I'll just like break them down and then go back to like wherever I started building and then just switch it out or whatever, you know. It's a lot like my like building my big pixel art stuff. I had to figure out which blocks would look nice in the area for the color because, you know, with Minecraft, you don't always have all the colors, but you have similar colors, but this is not exactly onto the T of the actual color. So like, oops, you want to get it close as possible, and that's kind of what we're doing here. We're getting as close as possible to the original build as we can without making it look extremely bad. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense whatsoever. Now, with this middle part, I'm probably just going to use gray. And for the perimeter, the windows, probably iron bars. Just to make it look more menacing because of the fact that it's supposed to be like in the nether zone type area. Obviously, it's not, but you know, it's supposed to look like it is. So yeah, you can switch out any wood for wood, especially if you have ones that have like pillar looking things. You can switch out for pillars, uh, and just like kind of go from there. Like if you want like a color scheme that you think that look good, you can just go for it and hope for the best. You know, that's kind of what I usually do. when I'm doing things like this. And then like for this part, it's supposed to be like the ground. So I'm just gonna do that. And then for this part, I don't know if this will work or not. We'll try. Yep, it sure will. Okay. And I'm a weird person. I don't like my inventory being cluttered, so that's why I always do that. Like that. And for the door, probably an iron door would be probably the best option here, just because of the fact that we're dealing with the like you wanted to make it look like the area that you want it to be in, basically. So let me get this. Just go out like that a little bit more for the door, and then the stairs. Because if you want an iron door for this particular build, you're gonna have to build it out just a tad. So that way you can put the iron door like that, and then put your pressure pad in the inside, and then have your button on the outside. And for like this one, I would probably just use the cool new ones for the buttons like that, and then you'll be good to go. And for this part. How did I do that one? Did I do it like this? Oh, I didn't even put them in there. Well, that's weird. Huh. I thought I swear I could have done it. Nope, I just didn't do it. Okay, that's fine. It looks fine like that anyways. I was just seeing if I did it or not. And I did not. But I guess if you really wanted to do it, you can do it like this too. I think I just forgot about it. Honestly. Okay, so for the top, this is why I saved out one. I want this, this, and this, and this. And a full block of that. I don't know if I'll need a full block of this. Alright. Crap. Oops, wrong spot. It's like, am I done? So yeah, you can do like something like that in any tutorial. Like just as I just did it. Basically, you can like switch out anything to be anything. Um, it's just as simple as that. Like I knew which blocks were which, and I just had to go and do it basically. And like you can see right here that like those were supposed to be wood, and I used the kind of like same kind of wood blocks to make it look dark and menacing. Like this is a black house now. You know, you can do anything like that as long as you don't have it to where it's too busy. Type thing like this. The original build used what is this again? Like strip or dark oak wood and spruce on the top of the house. It's just a dark outline with a lighter inside, and or you can switch it up to where it's like a lighter outside and a dark inside. You know, or even like this where it's like smooth and then like not smooth. Basically, is the best way to describe that one. With this one, I did basically like brick look with a wood finish and brick look with a wood finish, and then this one I did a polished one with a brick finish just to give it like that little bit of wait, what is that supposed to be? Oh, I get it. Okay, that was supposed to be there. But like I did like a brick look with the polish finish, and then that way it looks different enough to where it looks like it's like a little bit darker, but it really isn't. Like it would have been probably better if I would have done this as like the outside to make it darker because of the fact that this is like a darker color. But I mean, for just throwing it together really quick, it looks fine. I could have switched it up to where the bottom part was what I was doing it like before with the polish look, and then did the black part on the top. It's just like whatever you want to make it. I could do it either way, and it probably still look nice. This looks a little bit more like you kind of can't see that that's a brick, but it's fine how it is. And like how I just showed you to do this door thing, you have to build it out one more block so you can have an iron door. So like all these other ones, like that one's normal. Like see, this one has the iron door too. So like all these other ones just have the stairs coming right outside the door because you don't really necessarily have to do pressure plates if you don't want to. If you want to, I would build it out one more, kind of how these are. So that way you can put the pressure plates right behind the door, basically. So like yeah, you can do anything like that for any tutorial. Basically, like you can even switch this up to be a different top of the house. Basically, you can make this the polish andesite if you wanted to, or I mean the whatever you want to make it, I said two different things. I'm sorry. Or whatever you want to do, you can make it anything. It's just as long as it's like um the way you want it to be, and it's not so busy, or if it's not so the same color, it should be relatively fine how it is, and it'll still look great. um but I hope you enjoyed this. This is the first episode of the Minecraft Mondays, and I'll be doing something a little bit different for next Minecraft Monday. But yeah, I'll put in the description all the different tutorials that I basically kind of showcased in this, that I followed along, especially for this one since I kind of rebuilt it over here. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope that you take into consideration to change up your builds as you're following tutorials online too. So that way you can make your own building the way you want it. So, see you guys next time. Bye! Thanks for watching. I'm going to be starting live streams every Friday, so don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on quality content like this. See you in the next one. Bye!